Look, I mean, it's first very exciting to be out of the bubble. Everything's said, done and dusted. The quarantine's done. The test has come out well. Everybody is okay, and the bubble is fine. So seeing a few human beings and being in the ground, all these things are something new. Haven't managed to do this in the last 6 months, so I'm feeling extremely excited. First place. Look, I mean, you've got nets and all that, like top quality batsmen batting against you, and then you're testing yourself against the best. All these things are something that's innately imbibed. Like that these things are what you're meant for, and all of a sudden you don't do it for 6 months, and now action is coming up, and then you're there, and then it's amazing feeling. I don't know how to exactly put it in terms of words, but it's a wonderful feeling that one needs to go through. Look, I think in the shorter format of the game, it's harder to be a bowler and easier to be a batter. Look, my job is coming down at 7 or 8. You're going to get 5-6 balls at the best, and sometimes you're not even going to get that. You go and just play a ball. Sometimes you're the non-striker. So these are roles that you need to start understanding a little better. And the last 2 years at Kings, I started understanding a little better. 7 and 8, I played a few good handy knocks. So I'm looking forward to contributing. I understand my game better with the bat. I can contribute a lot more than what I've done in the past. But bowling is something I enjoy, despite people going after me, talking me for a few sixes. I don't mind going for those runs. It's a challenge that I love. It's very difficult to make do with what's there in the net, because sometimes the batter is looking to better his game, and you're also looking to better your game. As far as I'm concerned, it's like a laboratory. So you go out there, you practice, you do whatever you have to do, and get done with what you have to do. You can't really worry too much about what the batsman is doing. He's there, he's come to do his job. I'm there, I've come to do my job. So how better you can get off one another in that particular net space is very important. So for me, I don't really bother a lot about it, but when the batsman is going and I know he's going after me, I try and make sure that I can get him out or restrict him. And it's a lot of fun sometimes, especially after you've taken a layoff and come back. It's good fun. True. I mean, you expected the IPL to happen 4-5 months ago, and it's not happened. It's happening now. I mean, I have no complaints. It looked like there's going to be no cricket at all, and then you got the IPL. So I'm not complaining, but I heard a lot of it. I was looking forward to working with Quint then, and I'm still looking forward to working with Quint. We had some wonderful conversations over the last week or so, and Shreyas is a lovely leader. I think very young, and he's also, I've had a couple of chats with him. He's very clear in his head about what he wants to do, and the whole atmosphere around the team is quite good. It's very energetic. There's hardly anything spoken of. I mean, nothing negative that's happened so far. A lot of youngsters, so the mood in the camp is extremely exuberant, and I'm looking forward. Actually, these are very difficult times that we've gone through in the last 5-6 months, and to see people up in spirits, looking to mingle with each other, and not really, despite having that lockdown for about 6 days, people came out in high spirits, and I thought we were very disciplined as a group even during that quarantine, because I couldn't hear a noise outside outside on the lobby or whatever it is on the corridor. People were strictly inside. I thought that required a lot of discipline. It showed how much we want to go out there and play together, and I can see that people are genuinely relishing the opportunity being with each other. So it's wonderful. I was at home for the last 5-6 months, right? But I mean, I had people to fall upon. I was doing my own work on YouTube channel and all that sort of stuff, trying to keep myself occupied on Insta Live and all that. But for me, those 6 days can easily be called out as one of the worst time in my life, because the first day was like I'm looking out and I can see the Dubai Lake. I look to my right, I can see the Burj Khalifa. It's wonderful. How long can one sit outside and watch? And it's extremely hot. So for me, I was like, generally I don't watch a lot of mobile phone, right? I don't use it for a long time. I have a cap of about 2.5 hours, and then my data goes off. But all of a sudden I'm seeing today, and my mobile usage for the last week or so has been 6 hours. So it's basically like I have not done anything but look at content, look at watching some movies online. I carry my own hard drive watching movies and all that, and I was getting sick, because for me, I couldn't even read the books, and my concentration was all over the place. But now, thankfully, I was saying, okay, the 6 days here, and hopefully everybody tests negative and we go out, and that's exactly what happened. Look, I mean, for the better part of the last 10 years in my life, I didn't understand how food needed to be. I could just get away with any food that was available. I couldn't tell between good food and bad food. I used to get on with whatever I had. But over the last 5 months, I couldn't even understand if salt was lesser or more in the food. I'll just get on with it. But now over the last 5-6 months, being at home, like being looked after by my family, I live with my parents also. So kind of get used to certain routines. I sit for online classes with my young ones in the morning, and then I have my coffee with my wife. Then I spend time with my parents. So I kind of really miss all of that now. But thankfully, technology is getting us closer. And it is going to be hard, I guess, because the next 3 months you're going to be here on the road. But hopefully some of the me time that I get here, I will translate when I go back home. So looking forward to it. I think it's easier to get negative at this point of time, because a lot of people are, even struggling to make ends meet. food is a bit of a problem, and thankfully we are here, well paid, looked after in a 5-star hotel, and you're in a bio bubble, and you get to meet people, which is great. So I'm looking forward. I think that's the best I can make. Look, as far as my wife is concerned, I think it was always a question of them sending me away, saying, "Okay, you've been here at home for a long time. Now go and give us some break." And that's exactly what they said when I left, because they had to send me in high spirits. But it can get a little harder for her with 2 young ones in the house. And yes, my dad and mom are there, but they're pretty old. So the kids are going to be at her all the time, and the kids are also. I mean, my elder daughter is starting to miss me. She can actually figure out, dad's not there. She asks me every day, like, when am I coming? Are you coming in 10 days? Are you coming in 15 days? So I keep telling them, I'll be back for the younger one's birthday and all that sort of stuff. So it's quite hard, but I think that's also a part of, managing your personal and professional life. Okay, look, I think there is a lot of energy reserve that we've got at this point of time, because the eagerness to play the game is quite prevalent. I mean, that's something that sticks out for me, but that's one thing Punter has made very clear to us. He's saying that we'll have to really manage our workloads well, and this is probably the longest window I think an IPL team gets for practicing, right? Usually you get like 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. In the past, I've even been there for 2 days when you're playing international cricket and then managing. So this is a wonderful opportunity to top up on your skills and really enjoy yourself. Try out new things. Like I said, it's a laboratory to practice. Where do you get such wonderful facilities to, explore and play the game that you love? So I think you can really pace yourself out, use your creativity, use your imagination, and slowly settle into things as the tournament kicks off, because I think it will be a sort of slow and skeptical start for most of us in the tournament. And I think that's one of the areas where I'd like to capitalize.